Hi, it's Gordon here again with week 24 of 2012, a year with Mya-Moe Unscripted. This week I'm going to revisit the video from 2 weeks ago that I did on how we feel when instruments are resold. It's gotten a lot of views and we've gotten a huge response from it. And you know, every time that we think that we have seen the ukulele community and what they do and we understand them, something happens like this that causes us to just be blown away by people in the community and how they feel and think. The outpouring of support for us, which was not what we were looking for, but it's just been amazing. The number of people that contacted us to say, I love my instrument, or I'll never resell it. We heard from a guy that doesn't even own one and wrote a handwritten, 4-page handwritten letter on antique fountain pens. And he related those and his experience with them to our instruments. And he also tried to tell us very eloquently why our instruments perhaps get resold from time to time. But, you know, I thought the responses were amazing. We heard from people that had bought one or in some cases more than one resold Mya-Moe. And if possible, I think they even love it more than the, you know, some of the original owners. Just because, I don't know, they searched out and they found it and it chose them and it already existed. We know that when people are buying a custom instrument that they're putting a lot of trust and faith in us. They're often buying an instrument that where they may never have even seen or demoed a Mya-Moe at all. And that is just a huge, well, it's a huge amount of trust and faith that they put in us. And we understand that it won't always work out. We try our best, and some of the cool things that happen is we get more than one chance. We've had people who, well, gosh, one guy has bought almost double digits, maybe even it is double digits by now, of Mya-Moes, and resold some and kept some, and I think continues to look for that perfect instrument, but gives us another chance to make it, which is great fun. We get people that receive their instrument and that day put down a deposit for another one. So just a whole lot of cool things happen around that. But certainly our intent in doing that video was not at all to criticize people who resell, but rather just to honestly say, gosh, we feel like we missed the mark and we wish we hadn't missed the mark. But I know that will happen, and we heard from a lot of people that said, please don't feel bad and keep making the instruments. Well, you know, the fact is that we got into this, Shar and I, because we wanted to do it, and it was a hobby, and it still is, even though now it is more than a full-time job. We do it because we enjoy it, and that is true of Aaron as well, and the moment we don't enjoy it, we won't be doing it anymore. And I think part of what motivates us is on every instrument finding that perfect match between the instrument and the owner and having that fit just be like a hand and a glove. And when it is, there is nothing more gratifying. And when it isn't, it just causes us to be motivated even more, I think. You know, we never take that for granted. And we go to the shop the next day looking at every instrument that we're working on and envisioning that owner and what they've said to us and how they feel about every aspect of the instrument and trying to make sure that we mesh those things perfectly. So, you know, it's a great thing to be motivated, to have something, a goal that you're always trying to achieve and maybe you never quite get there, and certainly you don't ever want to be complacent. So anyway, just some reactions to that video of a couple weeks ago, and don't worry, next week I will get to something far more mundane. I'll find something in the list of things that we're going to do as we approach the halfway point in 2012. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.